What was that? Is there a choir in there? Oh my god. Let's listen to that again. I wasn't expecting that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the studio with a good cup of coffee for one more vocal analysis, and today we are again talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So I made a video on Une vie à temer. That video was huge. I wasn't expecting that much, but the video up to this point got over 30,000 views, and that to me is a lot. That was insane because I wasn't expecting that much for that video. So thank you so much. If you played the game and then you watched the video, you commented, that helped me a lot. So, and of course, I'm really glad that people who played and liked the game, they also liked my video, because yeah, that just meant a lot. I also did a video on Alicia, and at this point I don't know how well the video did because I haven't uploaded it just yet, but I presume just as well. And yeah, I wasn't expecting that much. A friend of mine, he was playing the game, and then we were talking about music, and he recommended me to make a video on that song, Une vie à temer, and that was it. The video did really well. And today we're going to listen to more of Expedition 33 music. Today we are going to listen to Lumière, and I'm really excited to listen to that because I really love all of the songs from this game that I heard already. Yeah, and you guys are also liking it, so that's fantastic. If you're new here, my name is Kailesh. I'm a singer-songwriter and voice teacher. And as a singer-songwriter, just a few weeks ago, I released an original of mine. It's called The Crown My Fall. If you like rock music, if you like metal music, high vocals, and rock, metal, please listen to the song. Let me know your thoughts. Sometimes you might be watching voice coaches talking about other singers, and then you are curious, okay, this person is talking about voice, but can they actually sing? And I write my own music. I'm a singer-songwriter, so it would mean a lot to me if you could go there, listen to my song, and then of course I want to hear your thoughts on my music as well. Alright? And as a vocal coach, I work with contemporary singing and also vocal distortions. Yeah! Alright, so now without further ado, let's listen to Lumière.
Dim, dam, da, di, lam, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, di, 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 dam, lute sera, do, di, dom, seram. Dim, dim, da, dim, dim, da, dim, da, di, dam.
Sounds like a lot like she's scatting. I suppose so. Again, I live in Canada, but I do not speak French. I want to. Hopefully I will at some moment. But right now, unfortunately, I cannot speak French. Again, I would love to. In the future, I will. So wait for me. We will be talking in French real soon. But I feel like those are not exactly words. Some people also told me that the language in this game is not exactly French. It was created specifically for the game, but it was based on French. But I think that these parts in specific are more like scat singing, just as when you're singing jazz. That kind of singing. That's how I feel. But let me know in the comments, like, if those are actual words, and it could be a mix of the two as well.
Dim da 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 dim dim da 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 dim da di dam. Dans là-haut sera ravi, les toits à sœur noir gris fera. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, contera tes faits.
Well, I was able to recognize the words Clair Obscur, which to me that already means a lot. Okay, in terms of vocal technique, the vocal folds when we are singing, they can be either active or passive. The vocal folds are active when they are closing by volition. We are choosing to activate them to mobilize blood, so the vocal folds get fuller and they are more compressed, they are pressing against each other. Then we say that they are closing by muscle action. That's exactly how we describe active vocal folds. However, if you are sending air and we have the vocal folds relaxed, they will also close, but this time instead of closing by muscle tension, they'll be closing by air pressure. It's a physical effect that we call Coanda effect. It's just like when you have two pieces of paper, and then if you have air, like you go, they will close. That's the Coanda effect. So you're sending air, the vocal folds are relaxed, they will get sucked in. They'll be pulled to the center, closing. When that's the case, we say that the vocal folds are in passive tension. Here, the vocal folds are in passive tension. They are more relaxed. However, we have some important air pressure there. I believe she's a classically trained singer, and in classical singing, we have a lot of that behavior. So we have less tension on the larynx, but at the same time, we really need to be able to master the subglottic pressure, the air that you're sending, because again, you don't have as much tension here, but you do have pressures in other places, like the subglottic pressure, more air.
Clair obscur, dans des hauts pins, tu trouveras.
However, this song, I must say that it's, up to this point, is not as classical, or it doesn't sound as classical as the other ones, especially when it comes to the voice.
Sans elle.
It's more like a popular song. Even like the guy, I suppose he was the same one that was playing the piano. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. If you guys could leave it here in the comments. But he was playing piano. I believe it was him in Alicia, and now he's playing the guitar. And that's not even and that's not even a nylon string guitar, as you would hear a lot in classical music. This is a silver string guitar, so it sounds a bit more modern per se.
Clair obscur, double de rature, courbera et fait.
I also love the vibrato.
Clair obscur, dans des hauts pins, tu trouveras sans elle. Oh, clair, oh.
Clair. A breathy voice. When the vocal folds are passive, we can also choose to allow some breathiness, and we call that inside vocal anthropophysiology a breathy voice. That's not so common and sometimes not so desired in classical singing, but in contemporary music, we love it. And that happens because we have this guy here, we have the microphone, and some sounds that wouldn't be healthy if we were trying to make them loud, just as this one, we can do them in a healthy way if we have the microphone.
Obscur, trouble, rature, clair obscur, guardé aux peintures.
The music is so beautiful. Like all the instrumentation here, it's so like, I mentioned this before, and I think I cannot stress that enough, but I haven't played the game yet, even though a lot of people recommended me to. I plan on playing it in the future. Right now, I've just been super busy with work, but I do plan on playing the game, and I can just imagine how it is for people who played the game to listen to these songs, because for games that I played, like spent hours playing, getting into the story of the game, knowing the characters, when I listen to the soundtrack after, it feels different. So I presume that for all of you guys who played the game, it is the same sensation when you listen to the songs that were in the game.
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courbera et fait.
The harmonies are so beautiful.
Clair obscur, guardé aux pins, tu trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courbera et fait. Clair obscur, guardé aux pins, tu trouveras.
So she's doing this.
Clair obscur.
Yeah, and I think he's doing. Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. Clair obscur, da 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 da. Clair obscur, clair obscur, da 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 da. And he's also making it passive and soft. They are blending so well.
Double de rature, courbera et fait. Clair obscur, guardé aux pins, tu trouveras sans elle.
violin and cello blend so well as well. What was that? Is there a choir in there? Oh my god. Let's listen to that again. I wasn't expecting that. That's so epic.
Clair obscur, noir et opaque, tu trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courbera et fait. Clair obscur, noir et opaque, tu trouveras sans elle.
What was that? What was that? Incredible. Like the vocal harmonies, the way that she was singing. Yeah, this song is not as belty as Une Vie éphémère, and is also, which would be like, if I were to compare this, which I know this is a soundtrack, so it doesn't have to be that attached to a little box of, okay, this is this genre of music. No, this can be broad, and this can be like anything, and this is fantastic. That's great. So this song, I feel like it's not as musical theater / Broadway, and with some rock metal elements like Une Vie éphémère, which was a bit more towards that side of things, if you know what I mean. Like, it was more contemporary, more musical theater like, especially her singing, even though we had a lot of classical in there. And it wasn't as classical as Alicia also. This one, I felt it was way more modern, but of course the instrumentation, regardless of what you're doing with the music, the instrumentation makes it sound a bit more classical, and I find that great. Now, something else that I would like to point out, and it hurts me to say that because I haven't played the game, 1, and 2, I love other games such as Final Fantasy. I've played Final Fantasy 9, so Melodies of Life, when I listen to that song, I want to cry because that game was really special to me, the whole story of the game. And then Final Fantasy X, there was the lake song. I don't remember the name. I think it's Suteki Dane. I believe. I also don't speak Japanese, so please don't crucify me. And that song, like, it's so special to me because of having played the game and getting to that point. And I've also played Final Fantasy 12. I didn't get to finish it. And then Final Fantasy 15. I did play Final Fantasy 15 a lot. And Somnus, I think the name of the main song is. It's also really important and special to me. And I also love other games that are not necessarily Japanese RPG games, like The Last of Us, like the soundtrack for Silent Hill is also fantastic. All of them. Like Silent Hill 2 has that memory song. Yeah, it's also really, really beautiful. However, I must say, I've never seen a soundtrack. Oh, Castlevania. I was forgetting Castlevania. I also love the soundtrack for that. Again, I need to say this. I've never seen a soundtrack for a video game causing that impact. I'm a voice teacher, and this is the third video that I do on Clair Obscur without even having played the game, just because this is huge. I have friends recommending me to do videos on this soundtrack. I have students of mine who are playing the game, who have played the game. They are telling me constantly, you need to play that game, you need to make videos on that soundtrack because the music in the game is fantastic. Even if you're not playing the game, listen to the music. And as probably you are seeing a lot of other music teachers, vocal coaches, and basically a lot of people on internet are talking about this because this is just incredible. And I highly appreciate the fact that they made a soundtrack for the music video. They made it something else, something on its own. If you go to the YouTube, this video for instance, I don't remember another game that big that did something like this. An orchestral session playing the songs for the game with the actual musicians that were in there instead of just like writing the stuff on computer and make the computer play it back. Like they have the actual musicians and they had them play the songs, record the whole thing, and put that on YouTube for us to like analyze. And it's even copyright free. So this is, guys, this is huge. And again, the music itself is incredible. And I talk that from the perspective of a voice teacher. Of course, the singers are fantastic. They are marvelous, both of them. But I'm also a singer and a songwriter. And especially from my songwriter side, this is incredible. The music is so rich and how they made it sound classical, but at the same time with so many contemporary elements. So that's it for today. I hope you guys like it. If you want to develop your own voice to also be expressive with it when you're singing, then I highly recommend you to check out my online course, Building Your Voice. There we talk about active vocal schemes. If you want to have a powerful sound, if you want to belt high notes, we also talk about passive schemes whenever you want to sound vulnerable and soft. We talk about ornaments like yodels, vibratos, runs. We have a module all on vocal distortions for you to be able to achieve, practice, and apply vocal distortions in a safe way for your voice. We talk about vocal warm-ups, we talk about vocal physiology. We have a vocal exercise library for you to exercise each of the techniques that we cover in there. We also have a lesson on how to create your own vocal exercises so that you work on specific challenges that you have in your repertoire. So again, I'll leave it linked down below. And when you click the link without committing to anything, you already get access to a 38-minute lesson where we talk about the techniques that you'll be learning inside the course. And I already give you a few exercises and we already practice a few of them, including vocal distortion. So definitely check it out. If you are curious about my own singing, again, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'll also leave a link for my newest music. I just released a couple weeks ago a song called The Crown Might Fall. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell button, click the like button. That helps me a lot with the algorithm. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, if your concepts cannot be seen in the real world, they must change, and not the world.